What's that?
Saturday.
Michael always has on a suit for the holidays. He outdresses me all the time.
Hang on 1 minute, anybody watching? Well, when you talk, the mute pops up, I guess.
No,
It doesn't.
now it's muted.
Cancel.
Michael, can you hear us?
That's not,
Can you hit cancel? Or is that him?
that's him. I didn't do that.
Wayne's not online, I'm gonna say.
If anybody's
Let's watch a
watching,
movie.
please bear with us.
He said, but it's not.
Amen, I feel
And we ain't
You have to go to HDN2, slide over.
Let's just watch
like.
Which one's big? Hey, me too. Question.
Oh,
Christmas time title. I've never watched that.
there we go.
Yes, Michael can hear us. Meeting has started.
All right, welcome to the December 12th, workshop. First tonight is public comment, there's no one signed up. The next on Thursday night will be the Good Citizenship Award, the Pledge of Allegiance, and a moment of silence, and then the County School Spotlight, Employee Spotlight, and then we'll have roll call. First on the night's agenda is to approve the December 12th agenda for the County Board of Education. Does anybody have anything with the agenda? Number 2 tonight will be consent agenda. A is to approve minutes of the November 14th, 2024 regular meeting of the County Board of Education. B is to approve the addition of updated science textbook committee members. C is to approve overnight and out-of-state trips, which includes trip number 4775 is CCHS DECA Sports and Entertainment Marketing in Orlando, Florida for January 27, 2025 through February 1st of 2025. And then trip number 4779 is a CCHS, not sure, who is this?
This is,
DECA?
no,
No,
this trip is our health council that we have.
Health Council to the Tennessee Teen Institute Mid-Year Conference in Franklin, Tennessee for January 10th, 2025 through January 12th, 2025. Anybody have questions on the trips for the science book committee? If not, we'll move on. Number 3 is the financial report, Mr. Douglas.
You've received your reports. We got in everything we needed, got balanced. I can't think of anything that's outstanding in it. I guess that's good when things are normal.
Any questions for Douglas? Thank you, Mr. Douglas. Number 4 is the ESSA report, Ms. Stephanie.
Yes, I will go ahead and speak to that, and I tried to summarize it the best I could in the document I shared with you all in the board packet. So this new reporting and recording requirement was rolled out in October, and finally getting a lot more information about that. So the reporting, there were 2 HVAC projects. This applies specifically to capital projects, and guidance we've been given includes HVAC as a capital project to those buildings. So the reporting is something that the US Ed has said that we must do to the State Department for at least the next 15 years. We will divide it up and report individually as to how much money was spent out of ESSER 2 and ESSER 3 at CCHS, and then at Cannon County Elementary and Cannon County Middle School. The second part of that is recording, and I'm still verifying all of the figures. Ms. Andrea in Finance got me all of the data today. If we spent $1 million or more at Cannon County High School or Cannon County Elementary and Middle School, we separate those projects. But if either of those projects totaled 1 million or more, we have to do what's called recording. This is at the Register of Deeds, and essentially what this means is that the reason USAID, the way it's been explained, the reason USAID has done this, if we were as a district, if that property did not belong to the Cannon County schools within that 15-year period of time, then the U.S. government has a federal interest in possibly recouping part of that money that was spent on this project. And again, this was all rolled out for the very first time at our Federal Programs Institute in September. And then our State Department rolled it out to the districts in October. But if it's under $1 million individually, then we would not have to do that recording. The USAID and the State Department does not provide a template for the recording. However, I did put in there that there are other districts across the state that have allowed our state consultant to share their templates. And I've talked with Ms. Bonnie about using one of those if we have to. And I'll be able to give you an update in January as to whether or not either of those projects total $1 million in each of those locations. We will deduct like the cooling tower rental would not apply to that because that wasn't actual property gain or improvement. That was just for a rental. So after I deduct all of that and separate it out by project, I'll have the exact total.
You may have any more questions, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Number 5 tonight is the supervisor's report. You have that in your packet. I'd like to thank everybody for all the hard work. We've had a lot going on.
Ms. Lisa, do you want to add to yours?
Sure. Back in September, Mr. Ricky Estes, I'm sorry, October, Mr. Ricky Estes approached me that his bus, which is transports the middle school students from Cannon County Middle School back to Cannon South in the afternoon, was overcrowded. That's a 90-passenger bus, and she had 80-plus students, 90-passenger being 3 seats. Ms. Tracy just didn't think she was safe anymore with that many students by herself. So, Mr. Ricky, I don't have a bus or a driver. Mr. Ricky offered to send another bus of his down, and it's just an afternoon transport to transport him back and forth at a charge of $60 a day, which is very reasonable to just transport him back. So we've been doing that since the 1st of November just to see how that's going to work, and we took some off. But I was really afraid of this when we consolidated, that parents would go to a faraway school like Cannon South and drop off their kids and let them shuttle bus in. And so about 45 when we get to the school in the afternoon, get off the bus and get in cars with parents.
And they were very appreciative. I've had Ms. Tracy and Mr. Ricky both thank us for doing that. And it was a safety concern. We had to go ahead and just make that adjustment.
I'll have it in my budget. It's not going to affect anything yet, so we should be fine. But
Something to think about when you do your budgets for next year, because the contracts will be up, I believe, next year.
Anything else? Any other questions? Number 6 tonight is to approve the bid for the welding station. Those are in your new packet we got today, I think.
The bids closed this morning at 10. Looked over those. You'll have that first, the bid listed on that first page, and we're requesting to go with the first bid of Patton Welding. You're going to see that it is more than that bottom bid, but the reason, there's multiple reasons, the main 3 being that we currently have Miller welders in our ag shop, and so we're looking to expand that shop. And that instructor just requests that we keep the same Miller brand to make that a seamless transition. We're basically gutting that whole area, that's the welding area, and building out new, since we have ISM. That was part of our ISM grant funding. So this is all grant funded. Another reason is the equipment, the CNC, one of the pieces of equipment that he's ordering, the patent welding piece of equipment cuts a thicker grade metal than the CNC. And we already have a contract with Patton to get our argon gas and our MIG and TIG supplies. So that would just be like the best, most optimal person to go with.
More local than the other bids. If you'll look, one's Chattanooga, one's out of state.
Right. Mhm. And we already had that relationship with them, and really just wanted to stay, like, our bid request was for Miller equipment. And then the CNC folks, just went ahead and, I guess, shot their shot and send us the Lincoln Electric. But he requested to stay with Miller.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And this is through ISM money.
Yes, completely grant funded.
Do you have any questions? Moving on. Number 7, approved budget meeting date. We're going to start budget meeting. January, February.
End of January last year to help hear the first round of needs. And I presented those in that January meeting, and then we set dates after that. February, a couple in March.
January 28th or 27th, work for everybody. You want to do Monday or Tuesday? Monday. January 27th, work for everybody. Or look at it.
I'll have to check if we can get the room on the 27th, or with the dates. I mean, we may have to move it. If we can't, we can always do it in the boardroom downstairs.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. That's up to y'all. If y'all want to, we can. Our board meeting will be the 11th and 13th of February.
We have parent-teacher conferences, pre-K-5 on Monday. On the 10th. I'm just saying that's.
And 13th is also parent teacher conferences.
17th, there's no school.
Just take the 24th.
I will not
be here.
What about? You sure? Or is there another day?
You want to move it to the 25th? Will you be here the 25th? Okay.
Okay. What do y'all want to try the week after the board meeting, or do y'all want to?
The 17th, they're out of school there.
Yeah. And you're out on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
It's gonna be Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have to ask, my professors to help out. when we have board meetings.
You're okay with that, Rebecca, the 24th of February? If we have- okay. All right, so
Plan
the
can watch.
27th of January and the 24th of February. You good with those, Ms. Curtis?
Mm-hmm.
Any more discussion on that one? We'll move on to number 8 and discuss the director search. So I sent an email and everything you guys can do, this kind of thing, kind of went by it when we hired Miss Bonnie the last time. We've been over there. Anything y'all want to do different, or? Did we post the job in January last time?
Barely, I think we only did a
It was-
couple of
yeah,
weeks,
I
so we
would-
need to look at doing, giving it more time. I think with the notice we have, and because we've done this collectively as a board together before. I think we get it out. First of
I think we
January.
can, yeah,
We can get it out the 1st of January, let it be out for a while. And then follow that, follow that timeline. So get it out in January, the very 1st of January.
and then see what the, it'll be posted, what, 15 days?
15 days.
I guess
15 consecutive days or 15 days?
business,
Mhm.
this is pretty good.
Do we want to approve just posting the job the first of January, and then in January, look at our February dates for reviewing them, or what do y'all think? Because you're gonna be out the last week of February. And then, so that gives us the first week and the third week of February, the third, week of the third and the week of the 17th. And the 17th is President's Day.
We will be back in school on the 6th. So Teresa could have that posting ready to go on the 6th
If we're going through the rest
of January.
Mm-hmm.
That would give you time, couple weeks in February to go through.
You get the deadline to the 7th, that Friday before, or meetings, or do we want to do it?
To what now?
Do we want to give the deadline to that Friday, the 7th, or
Which deadline?
the posting of the?
Well, the deadline would just be the end of that.
It would
15
be 3
days,
weeks
wouldn't it?
from the day she posted.
So if you posted it January 6th, it would be the 24th, correct?
Oh, we can change, we're looking at my. Change.
Well, that's where I was just kind of going. Because if we posted.
It'd be the 24th.
24th would
And
be
it's
the
best
last
to have
day
it
that
on
had
a
to be in.
Friday. Mhm.
Mhm.
So you can just say, we can say the deadline would be January 24th.
Mhm. Posted on the 6th.
Can give us time to look at everything before the February meeting? Be from the
Do we
package.
want to, in the January meeting, approve what day we want to look at them? That way Mr. Mackin's gonna be here too.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
And then we can also discuss that in the January meeting, the rest of this too, like the review on, and the schedule of opening interviews. And then open interviews of the candidates on the special call meeting. Appropriate. We don't need to put anything in it, do we? This is the job posting, it's up for hearing.
That was the job posting.
That's what, that's all we need to change.
The policy.
She has.
She says the qualifications.
Do you have anything else for this, does anybody have anything else to discuss on it? Everybody okay?
Once again.
But we do have to approve the postage January sixth, correct?
Yes.
Thursday night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thursday night. Place the ad.
Yes. Anything else on that?
To run January 6th through the 24th,
Yes, ma'am. The 24th is the last day.
3 p.m.
Mhm. You all good?
I'm good.
Number 9 is Ms. Bonnie's comments. You have any of that?
I got just, there's a chance for weather. We'll probably be making a little announcement, just saying, be aware. Check your phone. We'll probably be up most of the early morning hours. Those are hard days, they really are. We were up at 3:30, out driving, checking. It's a hard decision, but we just want to keep everybody safe. Try not to complicate everybody's lives. We want to keep them safe. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
That's it.
Next will be chairman's comments. I don't have anything on either. And then 11, we adjourn. Thank you, everyone. Our meeting will be Thursday night, the 12th. Yeah, December 12th at the Canyon County Elementary and Canyon County Middle School at 6 o'clock.